What is good, everybody? Welcome back to the Full Blitz podcast. As always, I'm your host, Big Easy. With me, as always, the digital doctor, your man Louie. And of course, glad to have him, glad to keep him with us. Your boy Tony Ford back with us again.
Here to stay, man. What's happening?
Like Neo in the Matrix.
That's right. I'm in the Matrix right now. The one, baby. The one.
Y'all can say what you want. I said it off recording, and I'm going to say it now. All y'all light-skinned dudes, y'all been looking for your shaft. There he is.
That's because I'm a bad mother special.
Looking like Busy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony ass.
Hey, you know what they say? Ain't nothing like money in a Ziploc bag.
So what's good with y'all, man? How's y'all past week been?
What's good? It's been good, B. Working, man. It was a little rainy out here, man. I was sad, bro.
No, perfect weather
going. There was a little bit of rain, man. It had me bro.
We on different coasts and we still got the same thing, man. It just rained over here for the weekend. You know, I've been working.
Rain, yeah.
Weekend full of rain.
If it makes y'all feel any better, it was raining down here in the South too.
Whole country had rain.
Rain everywhere.
I'm glad it didn't rain too hard yesterday.
We had some heavy rain too. Just last night.
Yeah, we did too.
So, but welcome y'all. Welcome back to the Full Blitz, y'all. If you're not already, make sure you go and follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell on YouTube, and follow us wherever you get your podcast: Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, or whatever other platform you choose. We are on there. Okay. Got a good show for y'all this week. We're going to run through NBA All-Star Weekend. We're also going to run through the Pro Bowl and then kind of look at what I think is becoming just an embarrassment of a sporting event between, especially the Pro Bowl. But we're going to hit the All-Star Weekend first because that's what we got. Did you guys get a chance to watch the dunk contest or the three-point contest?
I didn't. I saw, what's his name, McClung?
Hey, man. That's a bad white boy right there.
I saw his two dunks, and that was it. I forgot all about it.
Hey, can I just say, big ups to the white boys in sports lately, balling out. Cooper DeJean, playing the cornerback position, which a white boy ain't did since 1865. And now you got McClelkin, the three-peat in the dunk contest. And if you haven't looked at it, go look at it. He actually jumped over the car. Not like Blake Griffin jumping over the front of the car. McClelkin jumped over the middle of the car and jumped over a dude hanging out the sunroof. Like, he got bounced. I'll give him that. And then, the Caucasianness continues in the NBA. Tyler Hero won the three-point contest. That's how you know things are just dry. Like, this is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not like it used to be.
I don't know what to do. It's not. I don't want to down the the guys that go out and like Tyler Hero. I don't want to down Tyler Hero for winning the three-point contest. It's not his fault that it just doesn't seem to be competition anymore. And that's going into kind of what we were going to talk about here in a minute with kind of the downfall in a way of these, all-star Pro Bowl type games and everything. Because let's look at the contest. You got Jalen Brunson. He's a good three-point shooter. Cade Cunningham, not a bad shooter. Darius Garland, he had some injuries, but, good behind the line. Buddy Hield, Cam Johnson, Damian Lillard, he was going for a three-peat, and Norman Powell. So it's just not any names that are reaching out and saying, hey, come watch us. Not when it was Ray Allen, Allen Iverson. When you had guys like that, people came and watched. But is anybody really coming to watch Tyler Hero win the three-point contest?
I doubt it.
I mean, look at it. We want to talk about it, right? I want to talk about it. But again, These aren't guys that are lighting up 3-point percentages in the regular season like you want to see from your 3-point contest. And I love that McCollum does a three-peat in the dunk contest, and his dunks are really good. But it seems like the dunk contest is kind of dead too, because the guys you want to see, the LeBron Jameses, the not Matumbos, the Greek freak, I can't say his last name. We're not going over the name shit again. So which one do you think is worse off? Do you think the All-Star weekend is worse off, or do you think the Pro Bowl is worse off now that we don't even get a Pro Bowl game anymore?
I was about to, it's definitely the Pro Bowl is worse off. Like, at least the All-Star, it's still some superstars out there trying to play. The Pro Bowl, they don't even play. We get pro flag football. What the fuck is that?
And is it just me? But don't you, tell me if I'm wrong, but don't you remember when they did the skills game, right? But the offensive lineman did the bench press. The wide receivers did route running and all of it. It seems like everything now is just catered to a game. It ain't even fun to watch no more.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. Man, nothing is the same, man.
Yeah.
It's not. Like, I was just watching the skills test the other day, the quarterback skills test with Michael Vick was in it. Want to say Peyton Manning. Gosh, who was on there?
You talking about one of the old school ones?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I remember them back when you had Donovan McNabb, Michael Vick, Dante Culpepper, Peyton Manning.
They tested
and
accuracy.
they had the quarterback that could throw the ball the longest.
Who can throw the furthest? The speed test. Oh man, now what do they do? I think they so scared of everybody getting hurt.
Right. Well, yeah, because you got the thing they had this year. I think they had it last year. The quarterback would throw at like a screen or something, and it had a number on it. And if you hit the screen, you got the points that were associated with it. It didn't look it didn't look challenging.
I don't even bother watching it now because of that.
I'm with you. And I miss, one of the things I miss as a former offensive lineman, I miss the offensive line tug of war.
Yeah.
When you would get the AFC against the right? And that was
and to go back to the All-Star thing, the basketball with the All-Star, what made it really suck is it used to be the East versus the West. Like, now a player is a team captain and they pick the team or something. What the hell is that?
Yeah, so you'll get like a team LeBron and team Curry.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the last time I seen it, Team Giannis. The fuck?
Matter of fact, bring back the days where you had a dude who, when he went to the All-Star game, he wore his team's uniform in the All-Star game.
Right.
He was representing his team in the All-Star. Not this, now I get the Rising Star game. I think the Rising Star game is dope. I think it's a way to get some of these young cats that have played really good some shine during All-Star weekend. I do like the Rising Star game. And then I'm tired of the over-under on an All-Star game being 400 points. Like, what?
I mean, but the crazy thing is, when you look at the end of the game, I didn't even watch it this year, but the scores do be ridiculous. Like, damn, was it the fucking Monstars versus the Toon Squad? They be having Space Jam scores up there,
you got
man.
Bugs Bunny out here. Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And what's wild is what people aren't even paying attention to is that's eventually what wiped out the Pro Bowl game. Was nobody played any defense. Like, I want to go back to the times where in the Pro Bowl game where you got guys like Sean Taylor laying out
Kevin Green,
the AFC's punter. I forget who he laid out, but Sean Taylor, he had everybody else thinking maybe the Pro Bowl ain't where I want to be. That's where I want to get back to.
Yeah.
You know,
so soft now,
and
man.
then with the NBA, I want to get back to the All-Star games when you got guys, like Kobe and Jordan. And listen, I'm a big LeBron fan. I've said it 100 times, but this is where I differ. I want that grittiness. I want these guys to have that pride that they're playing for something.
Yeah.
I get the Pro Bowl, right?
The jerseys, man. Like back to you saying them wearing their team. Like even when they were wearing the East or the West All-Star jerseys, man, the jerseys was fire back in the days. Like you wanted to get that new All-Star.
Fire.
You're like, oh yeah, I got to get that new All-Star jersey.
Yeah. Now they all look like they were designed by the costume designer of Space Jam 2.
Exactly.
They just they
probably
horrible.
Was.
And
they probably really was.
So I think the actual All-Star game is tonight. I'm not going to watch it. It's just a ridiculous game at this point. There's no defensive, there's no defense played. If somebody drives to the lane, everybody gets out of the way. It's just a show. You got guys jacking up shots from beyond half point. I mean, it's I don't even know why they play it anymore. And with the NFL, it's so sad that when you had the Pro Bowl a month ago or a month and a half ago, whenever it was, you have All-Star Weekend going on right now. It's all being overshadowed by the NHL's All-Star going on. And I'm gonna get into this in a little bit with Ain't No Way.
Hurricanes.
But that USA Canada game was nasty. Okay. USA, of course, getting the dubs against the Canadian players 3-1. But when you have your two main sports, football and baseball or basketball, in a lot of ways getting overshined by what the NHL did, that's not a good look. And don't tell me viewership this and that. Anybody who lived through the 90s and the early 2000s will tell you that the crap that we have today for Pro Bowl and All-Star Weekend is a joke.
Speaking of viewership, and back in the days, I had something to come up, and I just want to touch on it for a second, because we touched on this last episode with the halftime show, right? And we weren't really impressed by Kendrick's performance. I get the message. Don't get me wrong. I get the message and everything. That's cool. The actual performance or lackluster performance, the lack of vintage, that was one thing. But I saw that people were saying, "Oh, this is the Kendrick's. It's the most viewed Super Bowl ever. Like after the Super Bowl, after the halftime show, everybody cut the TV off. It was 1.33 million. Let's get this understood. Michael Jackson Super Bowl had 1.31 million viewers. This was at a time when, for one, everybody didn't have a TV in their house in this era. Two, if you did, you probably had one TV that it was in the family room. Everybody shared that TV. So it wasn't 4 and 5 TVs watching the same channel in one house going on back then. There weren't smartphones to where people could be watching from their phone, or you could have these fake ass streaming farms to where you got 100 phones being operated by one person to count as different views. So I don't want to hear shit about Kendrick had the most views, 1.3. Man, we know that you can fake streaming numbers in your music. You definitely can fake views on your motherfucker in this shit nowadays. So I don't want to hear it, man. At the end of the day, Michael Jackson in the era, and Prince had the best Super Bowl performance anyway. You can't, man, and God agrees with that. You can't deny that. God agrees that Prince had the best best Super Bowl performance, because even God joined in on Prince's. He, boom, made the lightning strike and made it start raining. He playing Purple Rain in the rain. That was a Super Bowl halftime.
So
let's get back
we
to
can
it.
We can all agree. We can all agree, right? One, and I gotta say this again, big ups to the Philadelphia. You know why all of them people stopped watching the game after the halftime show? Because it was 27-0. It was a blowout. So they watched the halftime show and they said, this game's over. I'm going to bed. You know, the only people that stuck around and watched the second half of that damn game was people that had money bet on the damn game.
Kansas City hopefuls were thinking they could pull a Tom Brady and come back from being down that much. They watched it. But you want me to tell you another reason that
No.
You want me to tell you another reason that after the halftime show, most of the views went down? Because we have to think that everybody doesn't have the mental capacity that we have nowadays. So some of those people watching were a little bit slow. And when you got somebody performing and they keep saying, turn this TV off, turn this TV off, some people took it literal. They
Somebody
took it
turned
too
TV
literal.
off.
They turned their TV off, man. That's all it was.
That's very.
Had nothing to do with
I'm done with you. I'm all the way done with you right now. Either way,
turn the TV off.
I do think that we're, getting gypped as fans with the Pro Bowl and the All-Star weekend. Look, big ups to the people that won, the team. I think it was the Cavs team that won the skills competition. Again, Tyler Hero wins the 3-point contest. McCullough wins the three-peat on the dunk contest. Big ups to all of them. But it's just not fun anymore.
No.
It's not entertaining to watch. Like, I remember when I lived in Charlotte, and remember when the All-Star weekend came to Charlotte?
Yes.
How crazy everything was. Like, even over where we worked, over by Montford, it was insane because there was an anticipation. It was, it was
a good time for the city.
And I don't think, kind of piggybacking on to the NBA problem, I think the other reason the viewership is down is because I don't think this generation's NBA players have the draw that Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Shaquille O'Neal, the draw that those guys had. I mean, hell, even the number twos on teams, the Derek Fishers, the Mario Williams, like these guys, they have a draw. I don't think these guys have it because you got guys like Luka, but they're hurt every season. They don't play a lot of games. You got Embiid, who I think he's been in the league as long as he's been in the league, and I think he's played less than half of the games that he's been in the league. I mean, you got Giannis, who is a phenomenal draw. You got Kawhi Leonard, who's always hurt. You got Paul George, who's always hurt. So I think the viewership's down because fans are just not as impressed with these players like we were with guys in the early 2000s and, into the 90s and stuff like that. I think that's got a lot to do with it. I definitely think there's something to that argument.
Hey, who would you say, Easy? LeBron retires. He leaves the league. Who's the next big name in the NBA? You had our Jordan, because every era has their player. We had Jordan in our era. Then after that, Kobe came in, and then LeBron. And since LeBron, there hasn't really been another big. Steph Curry, he changed the 3-point lane. That's what Steph did. The shooting from long range. Every kid in the world can shoot from half court now. But
yeah, 100%, 100%.
But who would you say is the next? Are they in the league yet?
I'm not sure if they're in the league yet. I would probably have to go with what's old boy from. Hold on before everybody kills me with the fucking names. Hold on. I'll make sure that I get his name right. I know the initials, but it's the guard from the Oklahoma City Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, basically, is his initials. 32.5 points. He's averaging 34 minutes. He's averaging 6 assists a game. He's shooting at a 52%, clip, from the field. I think that he has got a really big chance to be the next face. And you can't forget Anthony Edwards in Minnesota, who is just a phenomenal competitor. You got Jokic, but
I'm gonna say, man, they're not in the league yet. The next big face of the NBA is not in the league yet. I think it's somebody that's gonna be drafted very soon, maybe in the next couple of years. Like I said, LeBron's gonna have to get out the way because as long as he's in the NBA, it's the LeBron league right now. Everything's gonna be pretty much catered to him. But yeah, I don't see that superstar, that next player in the league right now.
And don't forget, you do have Wemby, Wembanyama. I think that I don't know how you Wemby down in San Antonio with the Spurs.
I saw him in Space Jam. He was the blue dude in Space Jam.
it's
The original.
He stays healthy. He's a good baller. I think when you look at the faces of the NBA, right? When you look at who the faces were, we can go. You have Wilt
Ja
Chamberlain
Morant would be before him. Ja Morant.
and then you now see Ja has what I was getting ready to go into, and so does Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards has this too. When you look at all of these guys, from Wilt to Magic to Bird to even Dr. J, I mean, and then you get into Jordan, you get into Kobe, you get into LeBron. All of them have the same thing, and it's this ability to excite a crowd with the way they play basketball. And to me, that's why, when you look at who was one of the most dominant players, and we consider him the most dominant center of all time in the 90s and the early 2000s, and that was Shaquille O'Neal. But he was never the face of the NBA. He was always second to Kobe Bryant.
He was always the face of the big man, though. When you think big man, the first name comes to your mind, Shaq.
I mean, you do now. Now that his career is over. But before him, you thought of Mutombo.
Yeah, I don't see wacky waving inflatable tube man. What's his name? Wimbiana. Wacky waving flaving. He looks like one of those things you put in front of the damn car sale. Try to help sell cars and shit. But
don't do him like that. Do not do him like that. Why would you?
I mean, if you're damn near 8 feet and your limbs are like tree branches, then you should be blocking shots when you can just put your hand in front of the basket. They should call goaltending on them 20% of the time. But he's not all that great to me. He's just tall. Just long, lanky.
Well, let's see. All right, so he is just so we can look at what he's done. All right. He's averaging 24 points a game, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, basically. He's shooting at 48%, give or take, which isn't bad. What's he got for blocks? Blocks, he's averaging almost 4 blocks a game. Now, I know said he's 900 feet tall.
He should be averaging 30. The man should be hitting a triple every game.
You got to remember, man. He is a rookie.
To have 100 blocks a game.
Or second season. I think that he's a young player. I think he'll grow. Now, do I think he'll be the face of the league? No. I think somebody like Ja Morant, Anthony Edwards, SGA, those guys, because of the style that they play with. And it's not like it was back in the day when guys like Wilt Chamberlain could be the face of the league. People want flashy ball movers. They want guards. They want, small forwards. So, you get that. So it depends. And it depends on how these people's career go too. Because everybody knows that a lot of people want winners. Jordan, winner. Kobe, winner. LeBron, winner. It's hard to be the face of the league when you're not winning.
Gotta win, man. Gotta get some dubs up there.
You gotta win. But speaking of winning, if you want some free advertisement space right here on the Full Blitz podcast, make sure to send us an email. It's email right here with information on your business, where you're located, company name, and just some other information that you want us to let our listeners know about. We're giving out free advertisement space. Email us right here at thefullblitz@gmail.com.
I was about to put the wacky waving inflatable tube guy on the screen.
Yeah, show him, man.
I couldn't get it in time.
Show him,
like, that would be so funny, bro.
And here we are, Victor Wembanyama.
If you find one, put it up there, bro, because that
Victor
would be...
Wembanyama. There he is.
Yeah, there's...
Look.
There's Victor Wembanyama.
I'm dead.
I want to say that at the Full Blitz podcast, we had, no way, shape, or form feel like this is an accurate representation of Wembanyama. This is comedic.
I don't know,
comedic
man.
licensing.
To me. I ain't hate. I mean, we do know he's an alien, though.
I mean, I don't know if he's an alien, but he looks like one. I'll give you that much. He definitely looks like one.
He knows he's an alien. That's why he uses it.
One
for
of
his
the
logo.
things Ridiculous. One of the things I wanted to do this week is something we haven't done yet on this show is wanted to take it back. You know, we got some time off right now as college players are getting ready for the combine. Real quick shout out for those of you that didn't know, Shiloh Sanders, the defensive back for Colorado, Deion Sanders' other son, was not invited to the NFL combine. Kelsey Lacey, the wide receiver from LSU that was arrested and cited for causing a fatal car accident, was not invited to the combine. Two big names. One had some very big success at LSU, and then Sanders, the other one, was a productive DB, but had a poor showing at the Senior Bowl and the East-West game, so was not invited. But we're bringing it back, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to go 1-1. You can take whoever you want, okay? But you need to draft a quarterback, one running back, two wide receivers, a tight end, a team's offensive line, and a team's defense, all from the 1990s. We went with the 90s because that is the era of football that we resonate with.
Yeah.
Okay? That is an era of football that we became fans, that we really took part in the teams that we were going to rock with. And then after we do our list, we're obviously going to have y'all comment, let us know whose team y'all think took it. Okay? But we have an announcement from the one and only Tony Ford after this list is done. So with it being said, because I feel like I have an unfair advantage here, I'm going to give you first pick at who you're taking in this 1990s draft. Okay?
It's the way back draft.
The way back draft.
The way back draft. We're taking it way back. Back to 1990 something.
And to be clear, if they played in 1990, but that was that last year, they are eligible. If they played in 99 and that was their, first year, they are eligible.
Okay. All right, so what position I need first?
It's up to you. So you can pick in any order.
Name the positions for me, and I'm going to give you my person.
All right, so who you want a skill player first, or you want your quarterback first?
Let's start quarterback.
All right, so you pick your quarterback, and then I'll follow with my quarterback.
Quarterback. I'm going Steve Young. You
motherfucker. You went Steve Young.
Yeah, I'm going Steve Young,
so we're going Steve Young from...
Even though
go ahead, write this. So we got Steve Young from the 49ers.
I'm not going to be biased and just pick Eagles players. I should have went with Randall, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go Steve Young.
I mean, I'm glad you did because, quite honestly, Steve Young was a better quarterback than Cunningham. But we're just being honest here.
We are.
Okay.
We are.
So since you went ahead and decided to leave me probably the best quarterback of the 1990s, I'm going to go ahead and take my boy John Elway from the Denver Broncos all the way.
Okay, Elway.
My father was
so you can go.
was an Elway.
You can go running back, wide receiver.
Running back.
Whichever one of those you want to pick next.
I'm going running back, Barry Sanders.
And you better not. Yeah, you motherfucker. Of course you're gonna go Barry Sanders,
man. You know we gotta go with him. Wide receivers.
All right.
Go ahead, pitch your running back.
All right, go wide. All right, so since you took Barry, unfortunately, I got to go with a player from a team that. But give me Emmitt Smith.
I knew it. He was the only person left. I didn't want him.
I mean, shit. If you go take Barry Sanders, I mean, I could have went Terrell Davis, but if we're being honest, career for career, I had to go Emmitt. I could have went Thurman Thomas easy too from Buffalo, but again, Emmitt Smith's probably the correct answer.
Dang.
So your wide receiver one.
Wide receiver one. Um, Jerry Rice. Going with Jerry.
This is the problem, folks. When you try to be nice and you give people the first pick, right? And sometimes you forget they know some of these players. You know, damn it, I done lost out on Barry Sanders. And
you remember in school when you got to be captain and you know what I'm saying, you trying to pick your team and you be like, dang, I hope they don't pick him. Then they pick dang, they pick my boy. That's all it is. We got, you know, I'm team captain right now. And my team finna win against yours. So who you got?
I mean, if we talk in the 90s, right? And this is the stats we're choosing is from the 90s. Give me my boy Chris Carter. 100% give me Chris Carter from the 90s. That dude, he was a monster in the 90s. Now you're looking for your wide receiver 2.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of my second receiver from the 90s.
He gonna drop the ball here, y'all. He gonna drop the ball here. I'm finna swoop in real quick.
Nah.
He finna drop it.
Wide receiver. Well, the wide receiver from the 90s. Who was...
He's doing research. That's the problem with the black glasses. You can see he's
no.
he's doing research.
I'm just thinking hard. Thinking very hard about my wide receiver. Because I know I'll take Jerry every day. All day, any day. But I hate to do it too.
Absolutely.
I hate to go to the Cowboys. I hate to.
Damn it.
You already know. I'm
Go
going
ahead
with
say
Urban,
it.
man. The Cocaine Cowboy.
Yep, 88.
The Cocaine
88.
Cowboy.
We taking he went Irvin. He went Irvin. See, I was hoping and praying that you wasn't gonna go Irvin.
I didn't want to pick a Cowboy. That was the problem.
So this might be a kind of a weird one because we're going with what they did. But if I'm left, I think that I'm probably going to go with another guy who had a great rookie year in 1998.
Look who's doing his research now.
And I know the potential is there. Give me another Minnesota Viking. Give me Randy Moss, baby. Give me Randy Moss.
When did Randy come into the league, though?
1998, baby. Drafted 98.
You know what? And
Absolutely.
I was going to go Randy Moss, but I thought he didn't come in until like the early 2000s.
No, he was drafted first pick, 21 overall by the Minnesota Vikings in 1998.
Okay. See.
Again. And big ups to Randy. Randy, Congratulations on getting back healthy. Keep that fight up, my brother. It's always good to see people like you back in action.
Randy Moss was that receiver that he changed.
So
he did what Steph Curry did to basketball. Randy Moss did that with football. Like, there was a whole era of mossed him. Anytime you snatch the ball out of somebody's hand,
100%.
Mossed him. Yeah. Catch it over him.
That's all it was. It was getting mossed.
Yes.
There was nothing to that. It was getting mossed.
Still getting mossed.
So now go ahead and let me know your tight end. I'm curious to see your tight end.
Gosh, who's my boy? Tight end. I might have to do some research on this one real quick. Who do I want for my tight end? Give me a second. Play the Jeopardy theme. Who would I take for my tight end? I can't think of a tight end. I'm not gonna lie. I can't think of one right off the bat right now. Cause I don't really.
So I'll help you out. Not quite. So one of the tight ends that is an obvious choice, okay, and I'll give it to you. Is he got a podcast, he's got a show. He be with Stephen A. Smith all the time. Who played for the Denver Broncos?
Are you talking Shannon Sharp?
Shannon Sharp. I will give you Shannon Sharp. Okay.
You know what? For some reason, I'm thinking
willing to give you Shannon Sharp.
I don't know why I was thinking he was
not
at
all.
Back.
He was a tight end, and his brother was a wide receiver. Matter of fact, big ups to Sterling Shepard getting into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Big ups for Shannon Sharp advocating for his brother Sterling Sharp deserved to be in there. Big ups to him for getting in. Of course, the other Hall of Fame addies, I think Jared Allen was in there. Drawing a blank on the other ones. It was wild that there was only 4 people. So we'll give you Shannon Sharp. Again, another guy came in late in the 90s, but his career was phenomenal. Go ahead and give me Tony Gonzalez. Okay. And I personally, I think I'm winning this, but we gonna see.
I was trying to remember.
And then from the 90s, give me an offensive line.
I was trying to remember who was Green Bay's tight end when Brett Favre, when he was
In
playing
the 90s.
Yeah, playing with Favre. That's what I was trying to remember.
I think I know who you're talking about. I just can't remember his name. I think it started with a W.
Anyway, O-line from the 90s. Well, since I brought up Green Bay, I'm going to take Green Bay's line because they did a good job of protecting Brett Favre back then. So, you know what? They're going to do a good job at protecting my boy Steve Young, too. Give Green Bay line to Steve Young.
Okay. Well, this one's easy. Arguably one of the greatest offensive lines in the decades of football. I don't care what nobody say. The reason your boy is the rushing leader of yards in the entire NFL, give me the Dallas Cowboys offensive line in the 90s.
Okay, we can take the Couch Boys.
Now you're looking for a defense. Just one singular defensive unit from the 1990s.
I'm going Raiders. Give me the Raiders D.
That's not a bad pick.
Give me the Raiders D, man. Especially that Rob Woodson era, yeah.
So, I guess if I'm going to have to take a defense from the 90s, it would probably have to be, probably the, I don't know, give me the Bears. No, I don't want the Bears. What do I want?
Do you research?
Give me Denver. I'm taking Denver's defense. Give me Denver.
Were you a Broncos fan? Are you an original Broncos fan?
I was not, right? But I am a massive fan of just good football. And Denver played a fantastic brand of football in the 90s with John Elway, Shannon Sharp, Terrell Davis, who is that forgotten running back. To me, sometimes in the NFL, people forget that he ran for over 2,000 yards. Was was a running back in 1998, won the MVP for 2,007 or 8 yards with 17 touchdowns. Denver had a great team. Denver had a very good team. So, all right, y'all, put it in the comments. Let us know what y'all think. This is the teams right here. Tony Ford's squad. You have Steve Young, San Francisco 49ers, as their quarterback. Your running back, Barry Sanders, arguably one of the greatest of all time. Phenomenal pick. Wide receiver 1, Jerry Rice. Wide receiver 2, Michael Irvin. That's nasty. That is nasty of a combination. Then you add in a big guy like Shannon Sharp to that mix, a great pass catching tight end, very good blocking tight end, Green Bay's offensive line. And who'd you go with defense?
The Raiders.
The Raiders, that's right. I didn't write it down.
I wanted to say Green Bay just because they had Kevin Green back then. And we know Kevin Green.
But the Raiders' defense was...
But, yeah, I'm going Raiders.
The Raiders' defense was pretty good, too. Then you got... So, for me, Team Easy, got John Elway as the quarterback, Emmitt Smith's the running back, Chris Carter and Randy Moss are our wide receivers. 2 of the greatest, Minnesota Viking wide receivers of all time. I'll take that. And your boy, Tony Gonzalez, who before Rob Gronkowski and, Travis Kelce, was argued one of the greatest tight ends of all time.
Yeah, Gonzalez was.
Give me the Dallas Cowboys. He was nasty. Dallas Cowboy offensive line, Denver's defense. Y'all let me know who y'all think is getting that dub. Me personally, I think it's me.
I think it's
y'all
me,
let
man.
us know. Okay.
See, your wide receivers got to worry about Woodson back there. You know what I'm saying? They got to worry about Woodson back there on that pick, man.
Ain't nobody worried about Woodson's old punk. That's not true. Woodson was a dog. Woodson was a dog. And let me tell you, if it was the early 2000s we did this for, I'd have picked Philly's defense because Brian Dawkins was a menace.
Yes, sir.
That dude was a menace back there.
B-Dub.
So that's going to wrap the way back picking. Let us know what y'all think. Tony Ford, tell us what you got for us today, bro. You told me you got something special for us. What you got for us today?
Well, since we wanted to take it back to the 90s, I figured I'd preview, you know what I'm saying, my new song that I'm about to drop. This is going to be first time anybody's actually getting to hear it. I haven't previewed it anywhere else. It's not going to be out for a little minute still, but we're going to let y'all hear it today. So I felt in the mood to play a little 90s R&B, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we did. I came up with a song about some 90s R&B.
Like it. I like it.
Yeah. You remember how we used to do?
I say, hey, Mr. DJ. I say, hey, Mr. DJ, can you play this song for me? Right now, I just wanna vibe to some 90s R&B. After this, I leave the club. Which girl coming home with me? I just wanna make love to some 90s R&B. If I ever fall in love, humping around just kicking it. Girl, don't take it personal. I like the way the kissing game feels good. Come and talk to me. I'm so into you, caught out there. If you love me, don't walk away. No ordinary love, I swear. Baby, I can make your candy rain. On and on till you weak in the knees. I said somebody rockin', knockin' the boots. You're making me high. You make me wanna creep. I say this is how we do it, yeah. Baby, it's a Friday night. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bumpin'. Hey, Mr. DJ, can you play this song for me? Right now, I just wanna vibe to some 90s R&B. After this, I leave the club. Which girl coming home with me? I just wanna make love to some 90s R&B. Hey, Mr. DJ, can you play this song for me? Right now, I just wanna vibe to some 90s R&B. After this, I leave the club. Which girl coming home with me? I just wanna make love to some 90s R&B. Now that we all alone, only you right here with me. Tell me how deep is your love? Hit me off, no scrub, you see. Girl, I wanna sex you up. Listening to some Jodeci. Free your mind and touch it, babe. Come and ride this pony. Nobody's supposed to be here, but you're too close. Meeting in my bedroom. T-shirt and your panties on. They say never seem to know what you got until it's gone. Girl, don't ever wonder. I still love you and you're still low. Baby, I can make your candy rain. Back and forth till you weak in the knees. I said somebody rockin', knockin' the boots. You're making me high, and you remind me of my. Hey, Mr. DJ, can you play this song for me? Right now, I just wanna vibe to some 90s R&B. After this, I leave the club. Which girl coming home with me? I just wanna make love to some 90s R&B. Hey, Mr. DJ, can you play this song for me? Right now, I just wanna vibe to some 90s R&B. After this, I leave the club. Which girl coming home with me? I just wanna make love to some 90s R&B.
Yeah.
What? That's a hit.
Yeah, you know, I was just in the mood.
You know how many babies are gonna be conceived by that song,
I hope a
bro?
lot.
Banger.
I hope I'm the reason for a baby.
An entire generation, I promise.
I love to be
Listen,
that. You
when
know, the
I
reason for a
tell
baby
you
boom.
there is no reason, I'm sorry, and I have said this before about, you know, Tony's music, I stand by it, with half of the nonsense that we are forced to listen to these days, there is no reason why a song like that should not be banging on everybody's radio, everybody's Spotify, everybody's YouTube, right? And then what's crazy is Tony, I know you told me, right? But how did you do that song, right? The construction of that song. Right. And when y'all hear this, I want y'all to hear what he's getting ready to say. And then go back and listen to the song again.
Let's see. Well, I was actually trying to write another song one night, and I couldn't write it. So I skipped the beat and went to that beat, and I was like, damn, this made me want to listen to some 90s R&B. So when I said that, the first thing came to my mind was, hey, Mr. DJ. And I wrote the hook, like, can you play some 90s R&B? And then something just said, I was like, well, let me do a little research and see what the top songs of the 90s were, like, you know, just to have a little reference as to which songs I want to reference. And then as I started looking at them, I'm like, bam, that's the lyrics right there. All the top songs of the 90s. You know, those are the songs that I want to hear right now. So I just started naming the songs that I wanted to hear, and the songs titles composed the lyrics.
All right, so just so we can all catch up on what he just said, because when I tell you, I've been listening to music my entire life, as most of us have been, and I have never listened to a song, much less known somebody. The verses in the song, so y'all hear this right, are titles from top 90s R&B songs. I don't give a damn when nobody tell y'all. That is one of the most creative things I have ever seen. And the fact that it all goes together is dope as hell.
Thank you, bro.
Oh, that's fire. I didn't even realize that. I'm about to go back and listen to it. Like,
that's what I'm saying, bro, right?
That's fire. Now that's creativity.
We was cruising and he put it on and I started listening to it. And then he was like, you catching anything? And I said, it's catchy. This catchy as shit. Like this could be a summer song. And then he started pointing it out. I said, damn, this motherfucker done read a whole damn song just using like, song titles.
Now I'm about to listen to it. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. That makes it so much harder, bro.
You can actually like play it.
You gotta
how many song titles how many different song titles can I count out in the song?
That's hard.
Hey, matter of fact, let us know what y'all thoughts are, right? Listen to the song, run it back, see if you can catch how many song titles are in the song. Comment on this. And if you're not already, make sure you go in and checking out Tony Ford on all of the platforms. Tony, let us know where we can catch your music at, man.
Right now you can find me on anywhere, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere, under Tony Ford, but this will be dropped under Ghost Money. And I still have one single out under Ghost Money right now, which is Insta. But y'all let me know. Should I drop it as Tony Ford or drop it under Ghost Money so I can keep all of it collectively, you know? But I'm probably going to drop it in the next month or so, officially.
Y'all heard it here first. You know, 90s R&B by Tony Ford. Banging record. Make sure y'all are looking out for it. If y'all want to hear it, make sure you play it here on the song.
Yeah,
on the show, y'all already know what it's about. And absolutely. And if you're not already, head over to any of those platforms, follow, subscribe, you know, get with your boy Tony Ford. Make sure you rocking that music for the summertime coming up. And if you haven't, make sure you following us, the Full Blitz Podcast, on Instagram and TikTok. Head over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for the notifications. Check out all the new episodes when they drop, or follow us wherever you get your podcasts. We love y'all.
That's all, folks.
Yo, that was actually really good.
Well, I mean,
where did Porky come in?
It sounded exactly like him.
I do.
I thought you hit the sample button. I thought you sampled Porky real quick and hit the button.
I do voices. Don't forget, right? I do voices.
Oh man, you better watch out, bro. I'm about to make a whole voice segment.
B, speaking of voices, bro. So I was talking to somebody and they had asked how I met y'all. I was telling them about how I met you, Louie, and I was like, yeah, we used to work together at the front desk in a bowling alley
bar,
and they
restaurant
was like,
situation.
And they were like, you still friends to this day? I said, listen, if you had to hear half of the shit that came out of my mouth back in them days and just sat there and hung out with me and let me say that crazy shit, we gonna be friends.
We was vibing, bro. We was
forever.
vibing. We was taking money and spraying shoes.
Well, hold on, wait. We wasn't taking money. Hold on, we wasn't stealing. Wait.
No, I'm saying like cashier. Like we was renting out lanes, taking payments for lanes, and
reiterate that.
Spraying shoes. Damn, my bad.
People were taking money.
I think everybody assumed we were working.
If you came to 10 Park Lanes, if you came to 10 Park Lanes in like 2013 and 14, and you gave me money to put you on the list, Just know I took your money and did not put your ass on the list. Want y'all to know I'm confessing right now.
You know, I just had somebody actually tell me. I mean, I don't mean to interrupt your story, but I just heard that they knocked the building down.
No.
Knock what building down?
Park Lanes.
No.
It's still there?
No.
Or not, maybe not the building down, but it's not a bowling alley anymore?
It's Bolero.
No, it's still a bowling alley. Me
Bolero.
and Tony went bowling.
That's what I thought. Last time I talked to Jeff, he told me they got bought out by another company, right?
They got bought
Yeah.
out by Bolero.
What's
Bolero.
crazy is
Still
a lot
same.
of the...
Someone was telling me it's not there.
No,
I'm
it's
like,
there.
what? You can't knock that down. Okay, good, because I was upset about it for a second.
Now, I will say, when we was there, you know how they had that second bar that was... You had the main bar by the kitchen, but you had that second bar. That whole second bar is
Yeah, all
gone
the way at
now.
the
It's a
end.
gaming room. They
Yes.
got like
Cool.
arcade
Turn
games.
the whole
and-
thing. Oh yeah, they used to just have like 3 machines in the back.
Yeah, no, they got like
Turned
they got
into a
like
whole
10
joint.
now.
Man, that place was tight, bro. That
Oh, it's-
place was
still-
dope.
Pretty
It's,
dope.
it still look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. They got neon lights now all the way down the lanes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
It's
know, I
tight.
mean, everybody that worked there looked like they
That's how it-
hate their life, but
That's how we met, man.
Actually, I think both of you
but
guys trained me.
so
Pause. No Diddy.
no Diddy. Like, yeah, you got to say that, bro.
Pause. Both of you guys were trainers for when I first got hired. Easy was
Yes.
the trainer for the first day. And then Louis showed me how to do front desk a little bit.
That
Yeah,
just
where
goes
did you
to
end
guys
up?
into
What?
the kitchen.
Yeah, that's right, bro. Yeah, the kitchen.
I brought you guys in the kitchen.
it's
Hey, there was so
listen,
many-
any world where me and Louis are the trainers of that job. That just goes to
You
show
about to have a great time, bro.
That's the
It's gonna be
questioning.
the most chill. Nah, it's not questionable. That job gonna be lit, bro.
Hey,
If
it was
I'm
fun.
training you.
Oh, it was
We all, bro. It's gonna be a time.
it was a good time.
Yeah.
So that's a little more of an insight of how the three of us
Hey, meet me
all
at the
came
cooler.
together. Most
Meet me
people
at
would
the
say, "Hey, shush, bro.
Right.
They don't need to
Yeah,
know
they
about
had
that.
the cooler. They had the
Yeah.
cooler outside.
They don't need to know about the cooler, man.
You know what time it is?
Man, what?
4:20.
Yo, hey, we all knew what time it was. Shit, that was like one of the jobs I used
A
to
lot
have,
more than that
man.
going on in that cooler, bro. I'm sure if that cooler could talk,
Hey,
boy,
yo,
there
that
was a
cooler-
lot of stuff going on back by the cooler.
that cooler probably put a lot of us in jail. Like,
Remember-
I'm
Hold
snitching
up.
on. Oh yeah.
Good
You know what?
times.
Matter of fact, yeah, don't worry about
Yeah,
the
I don't know.
cooler. We don't know nothing. What cooler?
So y'all already know what time it is. Y'all know
Exactly.
where we at in the show. Okay. Our favorite time. Everybody else's favorite time. It is time for that ain't no way, y'all. Still one of the most fire graphics we have. I don't care what anybody says. That graphic is fire and will continue to be fire. So the ain't no way story that I have for y'all, it is connected to what we were talking about earlier in the show with the All-Star games. I have to try to figure out how somebody that don't like the cold, don't like ice, found myself watching the USA versus Canada game. You know why? Because they had 3 fights within the first 9 seconds of the game. Okay?
Damn.
Then this is why it ain't no way. There ain't no way that I am more interested in watching a bunch of people fight on ice than I am with anything that has to do with the NBA or the NFL. NFL and NBA, y'all need to take notes. Bro, when I tell you they
They
dropped
should
the
start
puck
fighting.
and then 2 dudes
letting them
threw their
fight.
gloves off and just started beating the hell out of each other. As soon as that fight was over, 2 more dudes threw their, it's like they knew they was fighting. All 6 people knew they were fighting. It's off the rip. It's on site. They put the term on site to meaning. And bruh, when you watch these dudes fight, I don't care what nobody say. If y'all have not watched a hockey fight lately, throw one of them things on. Cause they be beating the hell out of each other. Like 3 fights
Yo,
in 9
That's what
seconds.
they're known for. So, but here's the question though: how many fights total?
I don't know total.
Like, were those the only fights in the whole game? Because if that's the case, it's kind of whack, right? Because then you got to sit. And then what? Then it's over. No more fights?
Yeah, but hockey's still a fun sport. I mean, they beat the hell out of each other. Like,
just when they're checking each other against the
these,
wall.
These,
Face up on the screen.
these cats be skating like 18, 19 miles an hour, and it just be slinging their 300-pound body into somebody.
That's why none of them have all their real teeth.
And then you start punching each other in the face. That's my kind of sport. But it was quick, y'all. I had to say it because there ain't no way I was actually interested in the NHL than the NBA or the NFL. NFL, NBA, do better. Y'all got one? Either of y'all got one?
I got a crazy story that happened here. I think it was like Wednesday.
Hell yeah, come on.
Fighter jet crashed into the San Diego Bay.
I saw that.
Like right next to like a bunch of houses by the water and stuff. Like,
holy hell.
they have that Coronado military base there. I guess something happened where they was coming on a turnaround to come back around to land on Coronado Island, and something went wrong. But they both ejected.
Okay, so everybody's alive.
There were two people in the jet, but it's wild to see. When you see it, there's videos from different angles of the jet going into the water.
Big ups to them for getting out safe.
It's like an osprey.
That is always good when everybody gets to go home.
Yeah, it was wild. Hold on, I'm about to try to show some.
I love that we have a producer that can do this kind of stuff.
I'm just wondering how much this is going to set us back on our tax dollars.
Oh, I know exactly how much. $37 million, bro. Look, that's crazy, bro.
Louis was quick
It
with
splashed
that.
right in that moment.
$37,000.
No, that's exactly bro.
37 million.
I looked it up.
That's about right.
So that's actually
It was like
that's
a
actually
37.
cheap.
It was either 20. No, yeah, $37 million jet.
That's cheap for a plane. But hey, the good thing is that we can afford it now that we're not paying $20 million for an Iraqi Sesame Street. You know,
Listen,
or
I
what was
think it
I
needs
thought?
to
I
be
think
that type of podcast.
I think the other one was like $5 million for Moroccan pottery.
there was a lot of stuff. I think they paid like a couple milli for some mugs.
Yo, so I think I forget what comedian it was, and this is why I bring it up, because y'all know we don't really do politics here. But my man said, "Why are we paying $5 million for Moroccan intro to pottery classes when they were making pottery before Jesus died?"
Like, for real though, they really were. They were making pottery before Jesus.
Yo, I was
Morocco.
weak when I heard that.
That was my ain't no way. $37 million jet crash in San Diego Bay.
I ain't got nothing for y'all today.
That is the ain't no way for this week. Canadian and USA fighting and Jets going down. Y'all don't forget, make sure to email the show right here if you have an ain't no way story that is yours, right? Email it to us. We'll read it. If it gets onto the show, we're looking to send that first hoodie out with the gold 001 and the Ain't No Way logo on the back. It will be the official first Full Blitz podcast Ain't No Way hoodie. Make sure to email the show right here. Get your chance at getting your stuff put on the show. Listen, guys, we appreciate all the love and support that we are getting from y'all. We are almost to 50 subscribers. For those of y'all that don't think that's nothing, I don't care. I think it's something, and we are almost there. So if you haven't already, make sure you head over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, find out when the next episodes are dropping, and make sure you are following us on Instagram, TikTok, or wherever you get your podcasts. Guys, we love y'all. Appreciate the love and support. Peace and love. Till next week.
Holla, 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 holla.
Love, peace, and hair grease.
I fucking love it.
Yeah.